Hi everyone, it's Haku. I'm doing another video today. Today I'm doing 50 facts, and it took me a while to put some of these together, so here we go. My name is Brittany, though I do tend to go by Haku. Um, Brittany is just really a plain name to me, and everybody has it, so I started going by Haku about 2 years ago, mainly with cosplay. And it stuck. So I number two, I really don't have any fears. I don't know, I just don't see the point in fearing anything. I mean, I do have common sense. I'm not gonna go walk up to a snake, oh look a snake, and pick it up and get bit. No. I do know how to tell if a snake is venomous or not, but I have this one rule that I learned from Steve Irwin. Don't muck with it. Let's see. Fact number three, I love reading. I I really do love reading. I haven't been able to read a lot lately thanks to my work schedule. So, number four is I belly dance. I've been belly dancing for about 9 years. I started with my mom. We took classes together, and then I started going into the advanced classes. I started dancing with sword, veil, tribal style, and it's fun. I love it. I do know some poi, but I'm really rusty on that. So, fact number five, I started cosplaying. As I said, I started cosplaying about 2 years ago. I don't really have a lot of cosplays. Um, I have actually known about cosplaying since I was in elementary school when me and my sister first started getting into the anime scene. And we would get the like the Animericas and Animerica Extra, and we would always see cosplays and conventions. And then we saw NekoCon, which at that time used to be in Virginia Beach. And we would always want to go, and our mom's like, no, no, no. So now that we're older, we do go to cons. I'm going to be going to Anime USA this year. She's still kind of up in the air about it. So, um, number six, my style of dress changes from day to day. I really don't have any set, like, I guess, fashion genre I stay in. I mean, a bit of my stuff's nerdy. I wear a good bit of black. Most of the time I'm in a work uniform, so I just wear whatever is in my closet. Um, seven, I love cooking. I've been cooking since I was about 10. I work as a cook in a nursing home right now. And I really love cooking for other people, trying new recipes, entertaining people. And if you see me glance over to the side, I actually have all these written down, and I'm just trying to keep track of everything. So, I am number eight. I have been swimming since I was about two or three. My mom started me and my sister in swimming lessons. I grew up by the beach, so one of the things was it's one of those things you learn to swim. There was no question about it. You learn to swim, and my poor fiance never learned to swim, and he lives up in the mountains. And I'm afraid to take you on a cruise. I'm gonna have to put like 5 water wings on your arms and 3 life jackets. Probably not that bad, but still. Um, number nine. I used to actually wakeboard when I lived down by the beach. My uncle had a boat. We would go out every weekend during the summer, and I would wakeboard. That was my life in high school was wakeboarding. And I miss it so much. I wish I had a boat and all the equipment. And I knew where there was a place to go wakeboarding because all the rivers around here are like super shallow. Let's see. Number 10, when I was in middle school and high school, I played soccer and field hockey. I do have some injuries now that I am paying for. My wrist, I think, is slightly arthritic because I've had like injuries I never told my mom about. My knee will swell up from time to time because I took a field hockey ball. It was a drive, one of the girls. It was during practice, and I swear that thing was going about 90 miles an hour when it hit me. I had this huge bruise about that big, and it was so many different shades of purple, blues, and greens and blacks that it just looked like a piece of art. And now if I discovered last year when I was working 18 doubles in a row that it flared up and it hurt. And I had to give my boss the ultimatum of me going home, elevating it, wrapping it, and icing it, and me being off a day and a half, or go to the doctor who will tell me to do the same thing and have me off for a whole week. I am stubborn like that. So I will not be surprised if I have to have knee surgery or something in the future. Let's see. Fact number 11. I have been into two non-commercial caves. For those of you who don't know what a non-commercial cave is, those are wild caves. Those are caves that don't have any paths through them for tours. These are caves that you are not allowed to go into unless you are the owner of the property the cave is on, or if you are a speleologist. I mean, if you go spelunking. Now, spelunking is different from caving. Caving is done by people who know what they're doing, they know how to respect the cave, and they know not to touch or take anything out of the cave. Spelunking is pretty much doing the exact opposite, at least as I've been told. What I did was caving. We went in, we wore the necessary equipment to be safe and to also to not damage the cave formations. Because a cave, it might look dry, but a cave is still growing. It is still forming. The formations are still growing. So, what you do not want to do is you do not want to touch these formations or anything with your bare hands, because the oils in your hands can actually stop these formations from growing. So, I've been into two non-commercial caves. One of them was one they call Tully's Cavern. I don't remember exactly where that one is. It was on private property, and we had to have permission from the owners to do it. And the other one I went into is Fountain Cave. Now, Fountain Cave, I fell in love with that one the first time I walked into it. It's a very old cave, and it used to be commercial in the 1800s, but because there was a lot of vandalization and people breaking things, taking things out of there, they shut it down because the cave was literally being destroyed by people going in there. Now, Fountain Cave, for those of you who don't know anything about the areas, I live in the Valley of Virginia, the Shenandoah Valley. Fountain Cave is actually up a hiking path opposite. It's an old, worn down path. You can't really see it now anymore, but you can still hike up it. At Grand Caverns, this path is right behind the cottage. I used to work at Grand Caverns as a guide. And when I first moved up here, I didn't realize, I had forgotten exactly where Fountain Cave was because I had gone there in middle school with the museum group. So needless to say, when I found Fountain Cave, I was happy. But I have no desire to break in there and go exploring. If I ever decide to go back in there, I want it to be with a real scientific group, like the National Speleological Society. Sorry, I'm half asleep, so speaking is just a little bit hard on me right now. Number 12, I do collect rocks and fossils. I just went to the gem and jewelry show recently, and I got a lovely piece of peridot and a beautiful piece of mahogany obsidian. So, I also have a medium-sized tooth from a Spinosaurus aegypticus. For those of you who don't know what that is, think back to Jurassic Park 3 with the giant dinosaur that was bigger than the T-Rex with a sail on its back. Yep, that's the one. I am a huge, number 13, I am a huge gamer, and I'm also a DDR addict. When I say I'm a DDR addict, I mean Charles literally has to be like, okay, 3 songs, that's it. Because I will just keep putting money in the machine and keep playing until I fall down. I have no stop, you're getting tired thing when it comes to DDR. Number 15, I work crazy hours where I work. As I've said, I've actually worked 18 doubles in a row. That was when we had dropped down to like little to no staff. Our department's still short staffed, but we're nowhere near as bad as we were last year. And on top of that, most nights I only get 4 hours of sleep because that's really all I feel I need. That I can still function normally off of that with lots of coffee. Number 16, I'm engaged. to a very wonderful, wonderful, nerdy man. And he has put me in charge of planning the whole wedding. Like, literally, he's just like, yeah, you're in charge of it. Just tell me when and where to show up and what days to take off. I just literally gave him this look. Really? Really? You're gonna tell me to plan the whole... Yeah. So needless to say, I have started getting him into some of the planning stages of making... of him telling me some stuff he does want. So, yay. I have some ideas now. 17, I know I've said this, I do live like in the mountains, in the valley. I live up in the country with the bears, pretty much. The bears, the deer, oh my god, the deer. They're everywhere. Um, 18, I love photography. I've always loved taking photos when I was a little girl. And, um, it's just, I've always loved photography. I don't really have a camera for photography. I do have an old film camera I do love to use once in a while. It does take good pictures. I just need more film. And I need to get maybe a few light sensor or something so that way I know exactly how to adjust the settings when I need to. And this goes on to fact number 19. I actually have an old film camera from the 1960s that still works. And yes, I do know it still works. I have tested it, and I have the intentions of taking it to a convention one day and making a film with it. And I actually do know how to transfer film over to a digital media. Number 20, I hate being cold. Charles, my dear loving fiance, is a walking furnace. He keeps the house cold in the summer. So I end up dressing in jackets and blankets whenever I'm home. 21, I do have one tattoo. It's on my back. It's a Kingdom Hearts themed tattoo. I do want more. I actually have like 2 pinnacle designs I want to get. I actually have an idea for a Sailor Moon tattoo I want. And I do want an Assassin's Creed tattoo as well. And I do also want to get the Stormcloak. Well, no. Do I want the Stormcloak or the Imperial? I still fight over that one. Maybe I'll get both. Let's see. Number 22 is I miss the beach. I love the beach, but I do want to move back. But if I move back, I don't want to move back to the same area that I used to live in. I want to go for more of the beach. More just spaced out. Able to walk to a few places. Just something where it feels like home to me. It feels like home here. And I love living up in the mountains, but I'm a beach girl. I'll admit that right now. I have to be near water. Number 23, I have some amazingly awesome friends. Brittany, Amy, Amanda, Jessica, and of course my little sister, my dear Imuto. 24, I am actually the middle child. I have an older brother. He has kid number 4 on the way. Oh, I have another niece coming. Yay me. 25, I have one pet. Her name is Haley. Haley, baby, come here. Come here. She won't come. She's just... I don't want to move the camera, so I'm not going to try. Oh, wait. Come here. Come here. She's under the chair. I'll just let her be. She is a German Shepherd and Chow mix. She can be a bit schizo at times, but she's my baby. She's my little Haley baby. Yeah. Number 26, I tend to procrastinate at times, which really does not bode well with cosplay. Let me tell you that right now. I tried putting a cosplay together the night before a con. Never do it again. Never, 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 never. Especially with the wig. No. If you don't think the wig is going to keep style, don't do it the night before. 27, I do site model. I do it for fun, for a hobby, something to just let my creativity go crazy. Um, Number 28, I have a room where I just want nothing but posters on the wall. Nothing but posters. Posters. Lots and lots of posters. This is actually my cosplay room. And that's where I tend to have all the cosplays I'm going to make. And it's mainly going to turn into kind of like the nerd hangout room for me and my friends as well for when they're over. Um, Number 29. When and if I ever have a little bundle of joy, a little baby to call my own, regardless of whether this little bundle's a boy or a girl, I will have a Nightmare Before Christmas nursery. I've already decided this. Haley, don't shake the table. I'll get your ball. She put her ball up on the table. She's so cute. Let's see. Number 30 is I want to be a nurse. I want to go on to get my nurse practitioner, and I do want to go on to get my forensic pathologist. My mom's a nurse, and that's pretty much what I want to do. Let's see. 31, I love doing random things with my friends. And when I say random, like literally just getting in the car, going somewhere, and just not knowing what we're going to do. I love doing stuff like that. I did that with Amy a while back, and we just we originally went to Foamhenge, and then there was just a whole bunch of tourists there. And they were just being jackasses. Oh my God. There's literally this sign there that says, that pretty much warns the people not to vandalize the foam structure of Foamhenge. And we're literally seeing these people doing stupid shit. And of course there's a sign that's saying that the owner of this structure, that you can get fined if you're found vandalizing this stuff, because it is a federal something of another. And pretty much he's like literally like, yeah, you never know if I'm hiding there. If I see you do it, I'll key your car. It was almost tempted to be like, Amy, let's just get our keys and just go. Yeah. And we actually, me and her have planned on doing some stuff. We're going to drag our friend Brittany down there, and just we're going to have a nice fun day of nerdness with caves and hiking and cute fun stuff. Yay! Yeah, the coffee's kicking in finally. Let's see. Number 32, my first rave was actually at one of our small local conventions called MadaCon. And I swear there's probably like 20 of us in there just going, yeah, pretty much it was just 20 of us raving at a con. That was it. We did have a DJ. So yeah, it made it all a lot better. Number 33, I could flip a guy twice my size over my shoulder. I have done it before. It's very fun. I learned, I took Aikido when I lived down by the beach. I've actually had a lot of self-defense training. Sorry, my doggy's begging for attention, so I'm going to have to try to wrap this up. Number 34, I take after my mom more so than my dad. My mom, she and I were both complete goofballs. Like, I try to make everybody I work with laugh. But I can actually be like my dad. I can be serious, very, stern. I'm very much a mix of both of them. 35, I'm running out of facts. I really am. 36, I'm not easily nauseated by anything. Smells, images, descriptions. Like, you could tell me the stages of decomp and I'll just be sitting here like, fascinating. Pass me another crumpet, please. Yeah, literally. I was in this program down in Norfolk, and they showed us horrible, grotesque crime scene photos. This is like an after-school high school program. I mean, these were grotesque. And I'm just like, anybody want Taco Bell? I'm hungry. And, of course, the crime scene tech's like, yeah, let's go eat. Let's see, 37. I have an obsession with sales. If I see a sale, I'm going to go buy something. Like, literally, I've been buying from Spencer's, like, my gauges. I'm actually up to a size 6 now, but every time I go in there, they always have the buy one, get one half off. And I've done that. I've actually gotten up to my 4s stored up. And every time I've gone in there, it's like, yeah, buy one, get one half off. Oh, and by the way, you get 2 punches added to your Pierce Nation card. I went in there last week, and they're like, oh, yeah, you get one of these for free. I'm buying another one, because I can still get the other one for half off and get one free and still have the other one. Yay! Let's see. I also have number 38, I do have an obsession with shoes and boots. I think that comes with the female genes. Number 39, I love writing. I literally can just write all day and come up with nice, fun, unique stories usually, sometimes. If my mind makes things click right. 40, I cannot go a day without music or my fiance. Literally, I was up for Otakon from Wednesday to Sunday, and I was just like, I miss you. I want to be home. I want to come home. Let me FaceTime you. Yeah, me and my fiance, we both have iPads, and I literally, when I go to Anime USA, I'm probably going to be FaceTiming him every night. And like music, I've got Japanese rock blaring, so. 41, I'm a laid back person. I'm not easily offended. You can say anything, I'll just look at you like, okay. I used to take a lot of stuff to heart. I used to get taunted a lot because of my weight, and sometimes that does hit, but then I'm like, really? You're letting that bug you? So I just shake it off. 42, I'm a Star Wars addict, and so is my fiance. 43, I want to start a collection of skulls. 44, I love science. I've always been a science addict. By 4th grade, I had a binder this big of nothing but volcanology stuff. I love geology. I love volcanology. I love speology. Let's see. Number 45. I do tend to worry over small things, like the other day I had pulled meat to make for dinner, and I thought I had pulled 2 bags of chicken, like little pouches of chicken, because when we buy in bulk, and then we just smaller stuff out and freeze it. And well, I thought I had grabbed 2 like individual things of chicken. No, it was chicken and pork. And I was so worried that dinner wasn't gonna be good. And yeah. 46. I grew up learning to work on cars and vehicles. My dad and my uncle were both very much do-it-yourselfers. My dad worked as a mechanic. And I have no issue getting my hands dirty. I will fix a problem before I take it to a shop. But because of the driveway at our house, me and my fiance, we don't really get to work on our vehicles because our driveway's slanted like this. And his Cadillac, which needs to fucking move, blocks the garage. Do you know what I can do with that garage? Like, literally, I could turn it into a wonderful, wonderful workstation, and we'll never have to take a car to a shop again. Let's see. 47, I've actually completely wired a boat. On the first boat my uncle got, it was pretty much a shell with an engine, and I did 99% of the electrical wiring, and I also did the steering cables. 48, I have an addiction to Harley Davidsons. This may be an unhealthy addiction. I don't know yet. Number 49, I have my M-Class license, just no bike. And 50 is I don't think I can sing, but I try to anyway. I don't think I can sing. Yeah, there you go. I sung the last one for you, even though I don't think I can sing. Holy shit, this video is like almost 25 minutes long. Damn. Well, there you go. 50 facts. Enjoy, bitches.